Kevin Harnett back with you on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, and right now it's time for another wine find with John Johnson at the Wine Rack.
This time we have two new wines from the good old US of A, both from California. The first one is called Sidekick. It's a Sauvignon Blanc that is sourced from grapes from Lodi, which is not a typical region that I would look for Sauvignon Blanc grapes. However, the Couts family has been growing grapes from this area in Lodi since 1920, and this has what we call an interesting microclimate. By that it means this particular part of Lodi gets a lot more wind than the rest of the region, and that keeps the grapes and the vines cool enough to produce good, bright, vibrant, higher acidity Sauvignon Blancs. I love this wine. It's not just all grapefruit and citrus. There's a nice little subtle roundness to it. Kind of reminds me of a Bordeaux Blanc. Bordeaux Blancs have a little bit more smoothness to them than, say, a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. So Sidekick Sauvignon Blanc from Lodi. And then we have a wine from the legendary Randall Graham. So Randall Graham is one of what we call the original Rhone Rangers. And by that, I mean he was one of the first Americans to plant Rhone varietals, so think Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, grapes like that are native to the Rhone Valley in France, and plant those in California instead of grapes that are native to Bordeaux, like Cab and Merlot, or Burgundy, say Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. This wine, called Cigar Volant, with a crazy label, has an interesting story to it, but the grapes in it, first and foremost, are going to be Grenache, Syrah, Sanso, and Petit Syrah. There's a lot of briary berry fruit to this wine. It's what I call a medium weight. Definitely a nice pepperiness to it, would remind you of a really excellent Côte du Rhône or maybe even a Côte du Rhône Village. The story goes like this. In 1954, in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, the local vineyard managers and winemakers were very afraid that flying saucers were going to land in their vineyards and do a lot of damage. So they decided to pass an ordinance forbidding all UFOs from landing in their precious vineyards in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Well, all I can tell you is there have been no UFOs landing in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, so I guess the ordinance worked. Little silly story for you, but a very good wine at great value as well. Come check out these wines, all the other new wines we have from the US and around the world. Cheers.
Thanks, John. Stick around. We have more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs coming up.